Hi, today I'm going to be talking to y'all about why a license should be required to carry a gun. First off, I'm going to talk about my story. I grew up using guns and hunting, and I just thoroughly enjoy all the things that they allow us to do. Um, I never really intended to carry a gun in public because, I was just never old enough to have my concealed carry license. But then I heard about this House Bill in 1927. This bill basically states that you can carry a gun without having to go through the course to carry, to get your concealed carry license. It started because people in 2020 were very concerned about the defund the police movement and wanted a bill that said that they could get some sort of self defense as fast as possible. So that's how this bill came about. I think it puts people in danger because they don't know how to properly keep themselves safe. A concealed carry license teaches you just the basics, and that's really what you need to properly handle a gun, store a gun, clean a gun, and just keep people around you safe and yourself safe in a dangerous situation. It's easy to get. This license only requires you to take a 4 to 6 hour online course and an in-person test. It's a shooting test that displays how to properly use the gun. And then it requires your fingerprint and a background check, which are all easy to do. There's some advantages to this background check. If you want to purchase a gun, you don't have to go through an additional background check because you've already got it done for your handgun license. You just show them and you're good to go. It's cheap. This is something that originally cost upwards of $140. Then in 2017 dropped to $40, and because of this new bill and push from law enforcement to get more people to get their license once this bill was passed, they've dropped it to zero. It's completely free to do the online course for this license, which makes it just as convenient as possible. This license definitely gives you something very valuable in case of an emergency. Even if you don't intend to carry a gun, I think it's valuable to go through this course in case an emergency or a bad situation arises where you need to know how to use a gun. I like to think of this need for a gun like our driver's license. We all have the right to drive on the roads that the government has built for us, but they still require us to go through a course to display that we know the basics and the rules of the road so that, one, others can feel safe about driving on the road and that we don't hurt ourselves on the road as well. And just like a hunting license as well, hunting licenses are still required even though a concealed carry license is not, which is very confusing because they both are trying to keep the hunter safe and other people around them safe. So it just makes sense that a concealed carry license should also be required, especially because it's used in a situation that involves more people with more collateral damage, potentially someone's life. And here's why we should care. So bad guys are able to carry a gun without being questioned because of this new bill. This is making it very hard for law enforcement who oppose this bill because they can't go and question every single person if they have gotten their license or they know what they're doing with the gun because it's just impossible now. There's some ways that we can try to keep each other more safe or feel more safe about this new bill. I think it's probably, first off, the first method of feeling more safe would be to get your own concealed carry license, just to have the comfort of knowing that you know what you're doing in case a bad situation arises where you would need to use it or use a gun. Even if you don't want to carry, you never know what's going to happen. If you don't like this bill, you could just make it more known. I think because it was passed so quickly in 2020, it never got the attention it deserved. And once it does gain more ground and more attention, I think it'll get more opposition. And also another way to feel more safe is just be careful, extra careful in situations where someone could potentially have a weapon, and just use caution. And if you have a license, you can feel a little more safe knowing that if you do, in fact, find yourself in a situation with a gun, you know how to use it properly. So now that you know this, do you think a license should be required to carry a gun? Thank you.